In this demonstration, I will show you business view on analysis of big data for financial services institutions. And we will analyze 30 years of stock data. And during demonstration, I will act from a point of view of different persons. And first of all, they are gathering in a link conference call where a trading executive asks his colleagues, financial analyst and data architect, to create a report based on stocks data for different companies which are traded in New York Stock Exchange. And he asks them to represent this data by industries. So first of all, data architect, whose responsibilities are to collect data, enable data quality, and make information accessible to business. He uses Windows Azure. In particular, he uses HD Insight on Windows Azure to make additional aggregations. They already store data on different stocks, trading data for each day, for each ticker. And he uses HD Insight. He creates HD Insight cluster and uses Hive to create some additional tables with some additional aggregations. So actually he aggregates data into separate table, and he aggregates stock prices and dividends. Then he lets financial analyst know about this new information in a new file stored in Windows Azure blob storage. And in the next step, financial analyst analyzes this data. So her responsibilities are to analyze financial data to support trading and management processes. And to do so, she uses Excel. In Excel, there are several additional add-ins to Excel which allows analysts to analyze data more efficiently than before. And first of all, she uses Power Query to connect to data stored in Windows Azure HD Insight. She enters account name, for the blob storage, and she is able to see different tables which are stored in this, actually different files stored in Windows Azure. So data architect told analyst that she should search for aggregated data. So she makes this search and filters data by term aggregate. She is able to find a table with aggregates. Actually, this is a text file containing this aggregated information. So first of all, she makes a split of columns of this table by delimiter. And as you can see, delimiter is comma, and we will do this for each occurrence of this delimiter. So as a result, we can see separate columns of data. And I will rename first column in a name symbols. Another one is year, and so on. So another columns are high, low, prices, close price, and dividends. Then if I want, I can see information of different transformations I used. And here is the table in Excel. Notice that this database doesn't have data on full company name or industry. So we want to analyze only Standard & Poor's 500 stocks, the data on which is available online. So to do this, again, I can use Power Query, and I will use online search. And I will search on this Standard & Poor's 500 companies. We have different results for this search, and I am interested in this set of data, list of 500 companies. So now we have this data in Excel, and another thing to do is to merge this data. So I will use merge operation. Primary table will be table with first query, which is aggregated data from Hadoop. Another table will be a table with industries and list of companies, 500 companies. So I will merge this data on this column, which is name symbol of the company, and pressing OK, I will have this new set of data. I'm able to select additional fields like company, industry sector, and for example address of headquarters to this data set, and then I'm done, and this data set will be available in a separate sheet of this workbook. In my next steps, I can create a business intelligence semantic model based on this data in Excel file to create some additional calculations. So I will show you a result file with the resulting model. So here is you can see some reports in Power View, and to access Power Pivot model, I will use Power Pivot add-in for Excel. And in this add-in, I created some additional calculations in this model. So actually we can have a lot of data in this model and create rather complex calculations. And in this file I have several Power View reports for executive to make analysis. So the next step would be executive, trading executive, receiving this file, link to this file from business analyst. And the goals of this trading executive are to understand key decision makers and suggest best product mix of securities. So he uses this report to analyze information on different stocks by different industries. And he, if he want, he can use, he can create some additional modification to this report, because in the right side of the screen he can see any column from any table. And for example, for this bubble chart, I can change representation a little. For example, I will look at stock prices and dividends. So it will be X value and Y value. And let's, for the size of the bubble, display count of headquarters. And I'm able to see how these industries and stock prices and dividends changed over time for these industries. So this is first of types of analysis, and as you can see, if we will compare previous year and current year, for example, and a set of previous years, we can see that financial companies are growing right now, and so this is this green bubble. And for example, we had some drops in dividends in different industries and so on. So this information is good for analysis to make suggestions to clients about stocks portfolios. Okay, let's change this diagram to another kind of diagram, which is map. And by doing so, we are displaying this data on the Bing Maps, I will not use vertical multiples. I will use only one map, and on this map I will display data by different industries. And location will be headquarters, address of headquarters. This information is we have detailization by sector, by industry. And for size of the bubble, responsible close prices of stocks. So let's look in details, for example, on USA. Let's again zoom this map. And we are able to filter data by different industries to look where these companies are on the map. And we can drill down on this map to look at different states and different cities in the states and so on. So you can see that trading executive is able to make changes to the reports and create additional diagrams and representations of data by himself in Excel using Power View. This is the end of this demonstration. If you want to look at details on this and other scenarios, please visit Microsoft Technology Centers. Thank you.